In this video, we'll talk about sequences. Sequences are used to automate the contact follow-ups. You can create sequences in certain ways that work on a trigger and action concept. So a trigger will create a certain type of action. For example, we want to follow up with a contact in a certain way if they haven't responded to an email or if they haven't clicked on a link we sent to them. Now, in this case, we can create a sequence to either send them a follow-up email or create a task for an internal team member to follow up with them. So by way of an example, we'll create a sequence, but to access sequences, there is an option here right at the top of the HubSpot screen. So just click on sequences and it opens up the screen. When we click on create a sequence, usually the first time we do it, HubSpot will give us a bit of a tour, which in this case we don't see because I've already viewed this before. Now we can start a sequence from scratch, or we can start from a pre-made sequence as well. So HubSpot does provide us quite a lot of templates to process this in a certain way, but we can start from a blank slate as well. To start from a blank slate, we just select start from scratch and then click on create sequence and follow the steps. But for the purpose of this video, we will start with a pre-made sequence. So in this case, we'd like to go with a trade show or conference follow-up. So we just select this as an option. And as you can see on the right-hand side, it gives us a preview of what will be displayed for the client or in our workflow. So this is a 3-step process. We can add multiple steps, other steps to it as well. So what we're going to do is step 1 template is trade show follow-up. So this is the first email and it starts with good to meet you. Hey, contact first name is the placeholder, which will automatically populate the first name of the contact. And if the contact has not responded to our first email, step 2 will be enacted. And then if the contact has not done anything with our second outreach, step 3 will take place. So we will use this as a template and then click on create sequence. Now we get an option to edit all of this information because obviously we don't want to say things like X conference or solution 1, solution 2. So now we can edit all of these steps. So these are the 3 steps. This is the template name, which is for internal purpose only, but now we'll be able to edit all this information. As we can see, there are formatting tips here. So we click on edit, which opens a pop-up box, and now we start editing the actual wording of this email. So, hey, contact first name is a placeholder. It was great meeting you at, let's say, the accounting conference, and so on and so forth. Do you have some time to connect this week? I'm looking forward to continuing our conversation. We do recommend adding some sort of links in here. So if you do add links, it allows your clients to then start acting straight away on what you'd like them to do. So in this case, I'm going to say, here's my meeting link. And we just drop the meeting link in here. In this case, I don't have a meeting link set up, but if there is, which we'll cover in a different video, how to set a meeting link. Once the meeting link is set up, the system will automatically drop the meeting link here. So when this email is sent out to the client, they'll be able to click on that link and book a meeting directly with you. So in this case, we'll just update existing template. And as you can see, this template has been updated. But now we know that step 1 has, if this is not taking place, we then need to add step 2. So step 2 is send email if no action has been taken within X number of days. Now we can change this. So let's say we want to change it to 2 days. And if nothing has happened after step 1 for 2 days, then the system will automatically send the second email. Again, following the same process, we can edit this template as well. And same thing will happen for step 3. Send email if no action has been taken 5 days after the second email. We can keep continuing the sequence. After the 3rd step, we can just say, okay, well, if the client has not done anything after the 3 emails have been sent out, let's create a task for someone in the internal team to follow up. after 2 days of not responding after the third email. So we'll say contact to follow up. There are further settings that we can also look at changing here. So send follow-up emails within the time range of 8 to 6 p.m. Yeah, sometimes you don't want to send the clients an email at 10 p.m. So this is where the additional settings will come in handy. And there are a few other settings that can obviously can be viewed. But once these steps are set up, then all we have to do is click on save, and this workflow has been set up. Once this is done, you can see this will display what sort of things are happening off the back of the email. So if the first email has been sent out, how many people or how many contacts who received the email have opened it, click rate, which is why adding links in an email is quite important, because in the email, if there is a link to click on and the clients have clicked on that link, we will then be able to see how engaged the clients are with our emails. And same thing with reply rate. If they respond, the system will automatically pick up the fact that they have responded, and they will not receive the second email and the third email. So it will stop that sequence, but it will at least tell us after the first email how many people or what percentage of the people responded. If not, then the second and the third email would have been sent out. We can then enroll. So once this sequence is set up, we can enroll them either to a single contact or to multiple contacts. It depends on, in this case, this is a trade show or conference follow-up. So obviously we would have attended a conference, we would have picked up some leads from there, and we would have uploaded those as contacts. And that's when we would be running this sequence as a campaign along with these emails or 3 emails. That's a little bit about sequences.